Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and a second chapter in the Army Builder series. So it has been quite a while since part 1. I got more busy than I thought, but now hopefully I can bring this a little forward. So basically, since the first update, I've tried to work a bit on the design and the interface for the Army Builder app. And I think today I'm just going to share with you the progress and see where we're at, and hopefully get a bit of feedback from you guys on where you think this should be going in terms of look and feel. So if we just to quickly recap, Army Builder is a small web app I'm looking into, and basically it lets you create armies for tabletop wargaming. So if we look into, for example, I have a Dark Angel army, and if I click into this one, again, it will list my units I added, my leads, my troops, my HQ. It will automatically update the added points. You can add new units, you can edit and remove units, and from here on you can create battle forces. So basically, I think usually this goes by the name of lists or something similar, but basically this is if you want to create basically a battle force of your army. So let's say you have a X thousand points army, and you just need a 500 battle force just for a quick afternoon. Then basically you would create a new battle force. So here, and then you would have all the units from your army here, and you could simply drag and drop, or at least add these units. You would get the total points, and then you could see what would make sense for you to bring into battle. So again, this is the very basics of what I want to do with Army Builder just for now. I think you can watch the first video if you want a bit more details on my thoughts behind and what it's going to entitle. But for today, I said I want to try and dive a bit into the user interface and how I'm thinking to go about designing this. So first, I went into if we start with this one, actually, I started to go into to like a very Space Marine design, because that's where I come from. So like imperial design is it best, like with pipes and stripes and everything. But I thought maybe I don't want to do this only for Space Marine players. So I thought to make it a bit more general. So if there was one thing in my mind that ties the 40k universe together, I guess it's in space, right? So I thought about doing this sort of thing with a starry background, and then have the cards of each of your units. And as you've seen from the prototype, basically you would have your buttons here to create the battle forces, to add units, and so on. As you can see, I played around with a bit of different card designs, from very simple to a bit more like with a bit of border and so on. Actually, since I will be mostly focusing on 40k here, and especially for the icons, since I run the Tumblr of Bagger Design with all the 40k icons, and they are all made in black. So actually one of the reasons to go this way with the black skull or the black icons would be to avoid having to basically make all of these 140 or whatever, how many icons there are now, white. So at least this was my first go. I didn't really take it further than this army page. Again, usually when I start these kind of projects, I start with the most important page, which I believe will be your army pages. Here you will have the overview of your army, you will add the units and so on. So I think this was my initial thought. Again, maybe when I got around to this point, it didn't really scream 40k to me. I guess I could crunch it up a bit, but I actually also thought that maybe a bit of a cleaner, more wide interface would make sense. So actually I tried to go this path. So this is more of a little bit very flat black and white design. I think it definitely does need some sort of colors. Again, as you can see, I can use all the black icons I already have. And basically this is more of a like a web app interface, I guess. It's simpler, it should hopefully be more readable. If we scroll out a bit, you can see I took this a bit further, so I incorporated a little bit of an updated design for the add unit sidebar. For some reason I went with some kind of a gold-ish color. I think this is definitely subject to change. The new armies, I didn't even get to make the list yet, and create the army looks is basically just a screenshot of the web app with new colors. So I'm still not quite sure which way I want to go. Again, this would be, I think, would be faster overall, maybe again more easy to read, whereas, you know, it's just more fun to make a bit of a, yeah, more 40k-ish background. So I think this is where I am. I'm still playing around, but maybe I would really like to hear your guys' input. So any thoughts you have on an interface design for Army Builder, I'll definitely take it into consideration when I'm going forward with this. So I think this is where we are at. It's a bit of a short one, but at least just to show that the project is not completely dead. It's just as any other hobby projects. Yeah, they just get delayed when real life stuff comes into play, I guess, like work and all sort of stuff. So I'm definitely trying to keep it going, and I hope it won't be too long before the next update. But the next update will hopefully be an update on the design, so I can actually get a good grasp of how this will be going, so I can go into to slowly build out the prototype and actually make it into a small proof of concept of the final app, and maybe even get some of you guys to do a small beta test. So thanks a lot for listening in. I'll actually stop this here, and please post any thoughts, comments, or anything else below, and I see you in the next one.